Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Lawrence now off the bootleg. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Lawrence. Man open. Here is Jones. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Robinson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Robinson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Lock. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And K.J. Hamler really started to come on strong late in his rookie year. 2nd-round pick out of Penn State in 2020. Shifty, excellent speed, and good hands that he exhibited right there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Block off of play action. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Lawrence. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Robinson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after one, long ball up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw again on second down. Locke eluding the pressure right. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Lawrence will throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Bill Bison, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dwayne Smoot, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Clock now to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd down.
17-0 our score after 1. Second down and 7. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that's off the mark, incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Locke working out of the gun. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And he's got some space here. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And Shark calls it in. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
So things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Tackled there by Rayshawn Jenkins.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football back at their own 17. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down. Check. 40's the mark. 40's the mark. Here we go.
Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On first down, Locke. That's out to the flat for Gordon. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Locke. Throw right side, complete to Williams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, it's Locke. And this is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Let's go, D. Hey, Sue, look at me, Zipper. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's 17-7.
Next to score, Jaguars 17, Broncos 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Arnold. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The kick by Lambo is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Hamler now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Play action. Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Myles Jack with a sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. To try again after the sack. Locke. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. Locke looks to throw it again. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown. Courtland Sutton from 19 yards away. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Broncos 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, echo. Watch the run. Go. Check.
On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now Locke. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So now Drew Lock gives way to Brandon McManus. And this a 39-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. Hey, Charlie. Now. 49 to Mike. Let him know.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
DJ Chark, a Pro Bowler and a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019. Saw his numbers dip a bit last year as the Jaguars cycled through some quarterbacks. He's happy to have Trevor Lawrence in town and accepts the pass from him there.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. This is Shenault on the receiving end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, 47.
Again, it's Lawrence. There's another one complete to Shenault. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And the Jaguars are eager to see what Laviska Shenault and Trevor Lawrence can do together. Shenault was a second-round pick in 2020, and they're going to move him like a chess piece all over the formation and even put him in the backfield.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Lawrence. And Sharp calls it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dan Arnold, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Here's Locke to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Block now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Locke, got to have this one. He's got his tight end fan. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
This one swung out to Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. To throw it is Locke. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And down inside the 15 he goes. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 2nd and 4. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And fights through one man. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Locke going to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Flushed out right. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. McManus now for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They run. Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Now a give right side. It's Robinson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Look at me, zipper! Check 24! Hey, protein spell! Bravo! That's gotta be a long day. That's gotta be a long day. Check nickel.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Lock to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Second and 10. Here's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Locke this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau.